Hey, good morning, and how are you guys doing today? I hope amazing. So we're back. I'm a little late this morning, but it is 5:03, and we'll be knocking out some more of the revisions. At this point, guys, we're getting to the end of revision one, in which I'm honestly pretty freaking happy. It looks like there needs to be some back work going into this chapter right here. Hopefully, it has stuff that needs to be done in revision two or something like that. I honestly haven't looked at it since we moved past it, but it looks a little light. Besides that, though, everything is going awesome. Hope you guys' morning is going awesome. Got chat up. It's always helpful. Oh, so hope you guys had a great week. Plan on moving forward. I think we're right now in the midst of chapter 23. So literally, we're almost done. I mean, like, I could knock out this weekend. I could knock this out. Like, not gonna probably, but we could. Um, let's look at this. I think we have this spelt wrong. So let me see, because I'm gonna Google the book of nine rings or five rings. Sorry, book of five rings. So it's a real book. So you know what I mean. We can check. Musashi. Did I say it right? Yeah, I said it right. They're wrong. Yeah, that's correct. They just need to move past that. I didn't misspell crap. Let me double check that I didn't. U S A S H I. I have it correct. Add to dictionary. That's absolutely correct. Okay. Sorry. If you don't know, the Book of Five Rings is actually an excellent read, but it's a little easier to listen to on audiobook, to be honest. It's an interesting thing, though. It's very elementally based, like psychology of how to approach, honestly, warfare. But guy was a sword fighting champion, samurai dude, and hence warrior philosopher type guy, which we all respect warrior philosophers. Okay, so let me get focused back in on here. We're in chapter 23, so we only actually have a few more chapters to roll out and actually fix up. Obviously, the spacing of these were probably actually in chapter like 25 or some crap like that. I don't know. 24. Our order got all messed up, and obviously my nose is just killing me this morning. I don't know what the heck happened, but it is what we're at. And so let's fix this stuff up. Okay, from the construct within the AI, I could monitor the recovery of my body and had access to the AI's archives. Um, when we do the revision, our next revision, we do some work on AI. I need to make sure that people understand early on that AI time in the outer world are not passing at the same time. And so we'll have to put that in the back revisions of like revision 2. Just taking a note on this. I haven't settled on an exact amount, and luckily revision 2 focuses more on making sure like the stuff that involves the AI and stuff like that is all unified basically. Does that make sense? Hey, good morning, Avalonis. How you doing? Hope you're having a great one. I did a whole bunch of gardening yesterday, and so this morning my nose is dying. I love gardening, but I have allergies, so it's kind of like loving to torture yourself or something. I'm gonna do it anyway, but I mean, let's just be honest. When you have allergies and you're like, I love gardening, it is some. Okay. Trying to think of what I want to put here. Okay, from the construct within. Okay, from the construct world. I really think I need an actual comma there, but I'm not going to throw one because I don't want. From the construct world within the AI, I could monitor the recovery of my body and had access to the AI's archives. I'm gonna uh put this in here. Sorry, that's not correct at all. Hold on. This is seeming incorrect. I'm obviously not really awake yet, guys. It's 5:10 in the morning. Like usual? That's totally it is correct. Does not freaking look normal at all. Yeah, I'm not awake. When you spell something wrong, right, whatever, and you can't tell, you're not awake. Like usual. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's see that. I think we've got this good. Okay, from the construct world within the AI, I could monitor the recovery of my body and had access to the AI's archive. Like usual, the AI had its own recommendations of archives it pushed forward. Archives on judo, grappling, spear fighting, knife fighting, field expedient weaponry, wilderness survival, and escape and invasion. So we're gonna. Ooh. Okay, hold on. I've almost got this fixed. Oh, is this archives like that? Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Okay, hold on one second. I'm gonna. Okay, let's figure out if we've got this fixed or if we've just trashed it. Because honestly, sometimes it's a mixed bag. Just gonna be honest, guys. Okay. Okay, from the construct world within the AI, I could monitor the recovery of my body and had access to the AI's archive. Like usual, the AI had its own recommendation of archives it pushed forward. Archives on judo, grappling, spear fighting, knife fighting, field expedient weaponry, wilderness survival, and escape and evasion. I took time to learn the basics of as much as I could. I don't like that. I took time to learn the basics of as much as I could. Well, I really don't like how that reads, but we're going to leave it right now. But focused on grappling, spear fighting, and wilderness survival. I considered that I would likely have to grapple with one of the guards to get a spear, even if I did escape. Even if I did escape, comma. Right, let's read it without or not. Then, even if I did escape, I would like. Okay. And we can get rid of the still. Or do we leave it? I would still have to survive in the wilderness. The of this planet adds nothing. We all know it'd be of this planet, right? I would still have to survive in the wilderness. I think this is true. It's a fictional book, so like true is very loosely used there, but I mean, I considered that I would likely have to. Okay, so let's make sure I have sound just because this thing makes me nervous all the time. I think I'm happy with that. And I think we're going to click this to down one. Okay, I knew I had been captured because the AI had acquired additional dialogue it was using to decode and translate their languages. For the first couple of days, it seemed they were happy watching me slowly die. Then after they, okay, then after they realized I would live, they decided to move me. I considered that I likely had been put in with other prisoners. I probably should just know there, but let's leave that as I considered. Do I have considered a bunch somewhere else or some crap? Sometimes I get into a day where I'm just using the crap out of a word, and so I have to watch that. I don't even know. Didn't even know I did that until we started on this. I knew I had been captured because the AI had acquired additional dialogue it was using to decode and translate their language. I really actually am super tempted. Kind of trying to decide what kind of language these guys have. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking there. Some of the words they used were from slightly modified human dialects. Okay, I knew I had been captured because the AI had acquired additional dialogue it was using to decode and translate their language. Some of the words they used were from slightly modified human dialects, but most of it sounded like gibberish at first. For the first couple of days, it seemed they were happy watching me slowly die. Then, after they realized I would live, they decided to move me. I considered that I likely had been put in with prisoners. Kind of thinking about kicking this down here and just building this out, honestly, a little bit better. Some of the words they used were from slightly modified human dialects, but most of it sounded like gibberish at first. For the first couple of days, it seemed they were happy watching me slowly die. I think we could definitively say that part. Then, after they realized I would live, they decided to move me. I considered that I had likely. I'm trying to think if I even like how this is right there. I considered that I likely had been put in. No, I really don't like this sentence. I considered that I likely had been put in with other prisoners because the AI informed me it had detected a new language. The language of the mix. Okay, so honestly, I need to get some more coffee in me. You know the revision 3 where I said, hey, we're just going to deal with the touching up the language? That part right there? Whew. Holy crap, is my coffee hot as something. Some stuff. Okay, let's skip down. Let's work this next part. I actually think we're doing pretty good. Probably knock this out honestly this morning. Because once I get awake, we'll actually move a little bit faster. The Vicks were raiders that prided themselves on combat prowess, living life based on Miyamoto Musashi's The Book of Five Rings and Old Norse culture. The Vicks had survived as nomadic space communities, using powerful rune magic to hide their presence to all others, including the Horrors. For the most part, They worked as mercenaries, scavenging the ruins of once developed planets or raiding whatever they could, comma, from those they perceived as enemies. Though not as technically advanced as the corporations. Okay, so let me fix this up. Elves, corporations, elven empires. Let's write elven empires. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I just messed this up. I think we're good here, though. The Vicks were raiders that prided themselves on combat prowess, living life based on Miyamoto Masashi's The Book of Five Rings and Old Earth's Norse culture. The Vicks had survived a wait. The Vicks had survived as nomadic space communities using powerful rune magic to hide their presence to all, including the Horrors. For the most part, they worked as mercenaries, scavenged the ruins of once developed planets, or raided whatever they could from those they perceived as enemies. Though not as technologically advanced as the Elven Empire, corporations, or the Confederation of Planets, they had better technology than many of the alien races of the galaxy. The Vix often had this is post built, well built raiding ships that were comprised of a mix of whatever they could make, trade for, or take. I'm okay with that. The VIX embraced genetic modifications and splicings, with many of them having genetic enhancements, and some of the VIX even having modified forms, like that of a minotaur or other form. Okay, I don't like that. That right there. Okay, this is probably not how I want to say this at all, but let's just try to fix this sentence right here. The VIX embraced genetic modifications and splicing, with many of them having genetic enhancements. Do we want to just separate this out so we're only dealing with part of it? Watch this. Okay, I think this might be better. The Vicks were raiders that prided themselves on combat prowess, living life based on Miyamoto Musashi's The Book of Five Rings and Old Norse culture. The Vicks had survived as nomadic space communities, using powerful rune magic to hide their presence to all others, including the Horrors. For the most part, they worked as mercenaries, scavenging the ruins of once developed planets, or raiding whatever they could from those they perceived as enemies. Though not as technologically advanced as the Elven Empire, corporations, or the Confederation of Planets, they had better technology than most of the alien races of the galaxy. The Vix often had well-built raiding ships that were comprised of a mix of whatever they could make, trade for, or take. The Vix embraced genetic modifications and splicing, with many of them having enhancements. Some of the Vix even having modified forms, comma, changing them to completely new creatures. One of the most okay, watch this. I'm just fixing this. The most desired forms being those of creatures who embodied war, who whose form. Okay, let's see if that works right now. Some of the Vicks even having modified forms, changing them to. Excuse me, I'm about to have a hiccup. Some of the Vicks having modified forms, changing them to be completely new. Ooh, don't like that. Changing them to completely new creatures. I'm really not really liking this. Some of the Vicks having modified forms, changing them to be completely new creatures. The most desirable forms. Okay, hold on. Some of the Vicks having modified forms, changing them to completely new creatures. The most desired form being those. You know what? Let's separate this out, guys. Boom. I was just trying to stuff too much stuff in there is what happened. Now we have some more simple sentences in here. Some of the Vicks even having modified forms, changing them to completely new creatures. The most desired forms being those of creatures whose forms embodied war. Most desired forms being those of creatures. Mm, I'm gonna leave it right now. Honestly, it says what we want. It just says it badly. That's something we'll touch on round 3. Okay, this is where we're gonna add more stuff. My transfer back to consciousness was slow, with my hearing being restored first. I could hear one of them. I really don't with. Okay, I'm gonna change this. Okay, my transfer back to consciousness was slow. With my body still healing, I chose to lay there still and learn what I could. I could hear one of them telling the others to stay away from me and that I was cursed. I thought, if he only knew. I'm gonna add some stuff to this. We're gonna add a new person who's literally gonna be dead like within instants. So it's kind of awkward that we're adding this person, but we are going to anyway. Okay, we're adding a person named Shauna. That's literally their name. Okay, let's pick who we're gonna have this girl be. This person. Hmm. We're gonna have it be Bjorn. Let's think about Bjorn. Crap, feel I'm about to create a whole situation. We only have 4 chapters, so let's go some bang for the buck stuff, right? Okay, Shauna, let's think. Bjorn, Do we call it betrothed? No, they're linked. They're bonded already. Okay. You know what? We're gonna just watch that. We'll get into this bonded mate thing later. After I make it up, because I don't have it made up all the way yet. My coffee's still hot as freaking some stuff. Okay, let's say that we're good there. Okay, so Shauna's about to peer into the story out of nowhere. Okay. 4. I'm thinking, sorry guys. I'm really not sure right this section right here. I gotta think it out a little bit right now. My transfer back to full consciousness was slow, with my body still healing. I chose to lay there. Okay, my transfer back to consciousness was slow, with my body still healing. I chose to lay there still. Lay still and learn what I can. I chose to lay still and learn what I could. At first, comma. At first I could hear them talking about how many men they had lost, the wounded, and the concerns they had for one of their people named Shauna, who had been captured with them. Captured with them. Who was. Watch this, I'm gonna fix this, make it better right here. At first, I could hear them talking about how many men they had lost. At first, I could hear them talking about how many men they had lost. The wounded, it just seems too, I don't know what to think about it. Need a more perfect straw for this cup. Just gonna be honest. Okay, my transfer back to full consciousness was slow with my body still healing. I chose to lay there and learn what I could. At first, I could hear them talking about how many men they had lost, the wounded, and the concerns they had for one of their people named Shauna, who was separated after being captured with them. I could hear one of them telling the others to stay away from me. Okay, watch this. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, my transfer back to consciousness was slow with my body still healing. I chose to lay there still and learn what I could. At first, I could hear them talking about how many men they had lost, the wounded, and the concerns they had for one of their people named Shauna, who was separated after being captured with them. As I laid there listening, I think I have the word laid, maybe I'm overusing laid probably, but laid, whatever. Nah, we're good. As I laid there listening, as I laid there listening, comma, one of them must have gotten too close to me because I could hear. is going to end up being too big of a sentence. As I laid there listening, one of them must have gotten too close to me because I could hear a man with an older, stern voice telling them to stay away from me and that I was cursed. I thought, if he only knew. No, that's fine. Yeah, we're good there. Okay, so we're actually making some progress in here. I regained more function and my eyes opened. I could see the man speaking. Phil, I'm going to switch some of this up here. And I really need to stretch. Oh my God, I needed to stretch. You have no idea. I probably need to go take a yoga class today or something. I regained more function and my eyes open. I could see the man's. I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, yeah, I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, I regained more function and opened my eyes. Comma. I regained more function and opened my eyes. It was instantly clear the Vicks were prisoners. Many of them were severely wounded, and their shaman was working to heal who he could. Okay. I feel that this could be better. I've got to look over this. Like, we're almost done with this paragraph. We only have a few more paragraphs this chapter, like 3 more, right? So, but I'd like this one to not suck. And it's kind of, I'm feeling it sucks right here. I mean, not badly, but I regained more function and opened my eyes. It was instantly clear. He already knows they're prisoners. I'm gonna take the respectfully right out of there. You know what I mean? I don't know. It adds a lot. Room. Excuse me. Apologize. Okay, we were in some kind of stone cell, lit only by a torch on the wall outside our cell. That's horrible. Okay, let's see if this sounds better. We were in some kind of stone cell. The light from a torch on the wall outside. Wait. Outside, casting through the metal bars. I think that sounds reasonable. Yeah, it's totally reasonable. I'm okay with that. Seems like crap dialogue right here. One of them, unafraid by. One of them, unafraid by the warning of the shaman, approached me, saying, "You seemed saying." Okay, that would be like boom. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not liking this already, but it does say what. I mean, I think I want this to happen like this, but let's just be honest. I'm gonna have to look over this. This is not making my mojo 100% loving it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, one of them, unafraid by the warning of the shaman, approached me, saying, "You seem to be healing quickly from your wounds." Not really loving this at all. Okay, let's just move forward anyway. There's a big chance that throughout the day this bugs the crap out of me and I come in and change this language. I just want to let you guys know that so you guys aren't confused that sometimes like we move past something, and then later that day it just bugs the frick crap out of me, and then I do actually go fix it. This is probably gonna be one of those because this is really bugging me. This dialogue right here, the whole this. It's okay. Move forward. He was a large man and of some sort of importance. Okay, this is where we messed up. This is where we messed up, you guys. We need to know our Vikings. Remember I told you I had messed up on the names of some of the Vikings and such? So let's fix this crap. That'll be a major accomplishment, just fixing things. It's a little chilly in my house, but not like way chilly. So this is slightly warmer than I want it to be, but yet as soon as I take it off, I'm like, slightly colder than I want it to be. Okay, Bjorn modified. Don't worry, we've got that all messed up. Branson Merrick, very important. Osman is a shaman. Okay, good. This is not warband leader Magni. Okay, Magni is the warband leader. Not sure we don't have more people in here that we just haven't accounted for yet, or haven't put over here yet because I didn't know about them. And then we have Shauna, and then a bunch of others that we don't even know. Um, we're gonna up the amount of these dudes anyway, just so you know. We've got these four, Magni, which I don't think I have in there. Another four. Okay. One of them, unafraid by the warning of one of them. I'll leave it like that. One of them, unafraid by the warning of the shaman, approached me, saying, "You seem to be healing quickly from your wounds." He was a large man of some importance. We're going to actually make this probably Branson. No. I don't know how I'm gonna have it be, but we'll figure it out. He was a large man and of some importance. This is gonna be Magni. We'll make this Magni. He was a large man of some importance. As one of the men who was genetically modified stood to each of his side. Okay. Okay, let's see. He was a large man of some importance. Oh, spell Minotaur enough is what I just realized. Is it Minotaur? A Minotaur, probably. Crap on me, I'm not really kicking butt at this today. Hold on 1 second. I was nowhere near O tar. Okay, boom. Minotaur. Okay. Oh, I missed the C in there. Okay, so we have 3 Minotaurs. In, in, min, man, man. Okay. We've got the write up for the Vikings. So I kind of have a clue who they are now. We're gonna have a slightly bigger fight in this one. I mean, just because I have some extra people, some blah blah blah, gives us somebody to let the evil shaman kill, stuff like that. Super fun. Okay. One of them, unafraid by the warning of the shaman, approached me, saying, "You seem to be healing quickly from your wounds." He was a large. You know what? He was a large man and of some importance. As one of the men. A large man. Really not liking this for some reason, guys. He was a large man and of some importance. As one of the men who was genetically modified to be a minotaur stood at his side ready to guard him from any indication of threat. I'm going to leave that. It could be better, but honestly, dialogue wise, it's not total trash. And we're not on round three where we're actually only focusing on dialogue. Although it does seem that like round three might actually move just as slow as round like one, except not really, actually, not really at all. Not really. I was kind of trying to think it out in my mind how much more we actually have, but honestly, we're starting to round this out pretty fast. I took stock of my injuries, which were healing quickly. Oh, you know what? We're not even going to say which we're healing quickly. This is gonna kind of change some of the stuff. I'm gonna probably have him kill a little bit more than we did beforehand, by the way. Okay. One of them, unafraid by the warning of the shaman, approached me, saying, "You seem to be healing quickly from your wounds." He was a large man and of some importance. As one of the men who was genetically modified. As one of the men genetically modified to be a minotaur stood at his side, ready to guard him from any indication of threat. Okay, so I'm gonna go with that. That's actually fixed, so I don't have to worry about that. I took stock of my injuries. Most of my burns were gone. For the most part, the major wounds had healed, but I could feel a hunger. Let's buff that hunger up a little bit. Boy, I'm really having a. Hmm, I don't know what he would hope right then. Hey, Beta Boy, how you doing today? I hope I could help my hunger at bay for long enough to what? To what the crap would he want right here, guys? Yeah, I don't even know. One of them, unafraid by the warning of the shaman, approached me, saying, "You seem to be healing from your wounds." quickly from your wounds, whatever. He was a large man of some importance. As one of the men genetically modified to be a Minotaur stood at his side ready to guard him from any indication of threat. I took stock of my injuries. Most of the burns were gone. For the most part, the major wounds had healed. For the most part. See, that seems weird. Let's just do this. No, for the most part. We'll just make it the major wounds had healed. The burns were gone. The major wounds had healed. But I could feel a hunger. Okay, I think we got it. My nose is itching like crazy this morning. The hunger was strong. The hunger was strong, and I knew it was the disease. It had helped me heal. Now it needed nutrients. I feel that that isn't exactly what I want to say. Okay, I feel we have it right there. Okay, one of them, unafraid by the warning of the shaman, approached me, saying, "You seem to be healing quickly from your wounds." He was a large man of some importance. As as one importance. As one of the genetically modified Okay, as one of the men genetically modified to be a Minotaur stood at his side ready to guard him from any indications of threat. I took stock of my injuries. Most of the burns were gone. The major wounds had healed. But I could feel a hunger now. The hunger was strong, and I knew it was the disease. It had helped me heal. Now it needed nutrients. I sat up and nodded yes to the man, before glancing around to get a better understanding of our situation. There were 8 Vicks. One was for sure a shaman. 3 were genetically modified to be full minotaurs. The man who seemed to be the warband leader. Where's that piece of paper I just had? Oh, right there. Full minotaurs. The 2 younger guys. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to figure out. I only have to add one more dude onto here, but okay, so we have 8. We have the shaman, 3 genetically modified. That's 4 gone right there. We have a man who seems to be the warband leader, and 2 younger guys. Don't worry, we'll figure this out. There were 8 Vicks. One was for sure a human shaman. 3 were genetically modified to be full minotaurs. The man who seemed to be the warband leader. I think this 10 natives is right there. That works for us. Okay, let's go this. And obviously it's not going to be Bjorn. It's going to be something else. Bjorn is not the war leader, I don't think. Maybe Bjorn is. Yeah, it's not Bjorn that's the war leader. Who was it? Who the hell do we have as, I mean, who do we have as the war leader, guys? You guys remember who we had as it? Ah, frick, this is where I'm going to have to find my piece of paper. Okay, war leader is Magni. Is it? Oh yeah. Okay, it is Magni. Okay, that'll be nice, right? Okay, there were 8 Vicks, one of them for sure a human shaman. 3 were genetically modified to be full Minotaurs. The man who seemed to be the warband leader was a partially modified human, and 3 other fully. Uh, and the other 3 fully human. Okay, there were also 10 native men who were prisoners in a cell across from us. I asked. This we can skip like this. Watch this crap. Okay, think we have this right now. I asked, do you have any idea what they have planned for us? Wait, let's just do this instead because I didn't like how that went at all. Do you have any idea what they have planned for us? I asked. My name is Magni. They intend us for sacrifice, said the leader of the war band. The men were all fierce warriors, and I wonder how they possibly could have became captives. I asked, "How is it that you were captured?" "You are known for being excellent warriors, and this is a primitive planet. They could not have taken you from your ship." You know what? I'm not liking that at all. Just gonna be honest, guys. Okay, do you have any idea what they have planned for us? I asked. My name is Magni, and they intend us for sacrifice. Okay. Do you have any idea what they have planned for us? I asked. The leader of the war band came closer. My name is Magni. They intend us for sacrifice. My name is Magni, and they intend us for sacrifice. I don't use the word blasphemous very often, just to be honest, guys. Blasphemous? That's not going to be it either. Oh, the PH. Why was I not thinking about that at all? Blasphemous. My name is Magni, and they intend us for sacrifice to their blasphemous god. The men were all fierce warriors, and I wondered how they had possibly become captives. I asked, "How is it that you became captured?" Shh. Okay, I asked, "How is it you've been captured?" You are all known for being excellent warriors, and this is a primitive planet. Really don't like that. How is it that you were captured? Okay, how is it that were captured? Your people are known for being excellent warriors, and this is a primitive. This planet is primitive. This planet is primitive. Okay, so I feel that's okay. It's not how I want it, but the shaman came closer, insulted by the question. We had landed to forage one of the abandoned cities from before the horrors ravaged this world, when our scouts captured a couple of their men. After questioning them, we found out they worshipped a strange god whose gods, let's make it God. Let's leave it plural, honestly, yeah. Whose idols were abandoned, adorned with valuable gems. Looking to find out more, looking to find out more, we decided to take the men back to their village. When we arrived, they just invited us in and offered us dinner. We arrived. When we arrived and returned their men to them, they invited us in and offered us dinner. Okay, a feast. So we agreed, hoping to learn more. It was just a trick, though. They had drugged the mills. That makes sense to do. Even then, managed to kill more than a few of them before we succumb. Succumb under the sheer numbers. Boom, boom. We woke up finding ourselves bound and captured. Slowly, we figured out they intended to sacrifice us for sacrifice. Okay, so that we're okay with. So let me scroll down just slightly. Honestly, we might have just finished. All these chapters are all messed up, you guys. You know that, right? Like I have to go reorganize these. Some of these chapters are way too long and actually need broke up too. So let's just be honest. Like we're probably, I don't even know how many chapters we have, but we are almost done with round one of the revisions anyway. Super exciting stuff. Okay, so I don't have a transition for this yet. Let's see if we could create a transition. Okay, so this is once we get there. Honestly, not really sure. I don't have a transition here, guys. Yep, I don't have one. So I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm gonna probably have to really think on this. This is something I don't just have. Um, let's make sure we have big. Okay, we're only 5 minutes early from where we normally stop. Next week, legit, we are coming back to finish this if I haven't already finished it over the weekend. And I'm probably going to touch some of this over the weekend. There is a chance that we come back and finish up the end of this book in round one, and there's a chance that when we come back, we're on round revision two. But basically, we're almost all the way one round revised through this book at this point. Um, I'm gonna roll this over in my head, in all honesty. I don't have an absolutely good transition, and I really feel that it's gonna be a whole paragraph to transition to this and stuff. Um, and I don't have it right this second. And so, rather than sit here just spinning our wheels for the next 4 or whatever minutes, I'm gonna check to see if we have somebody we can stream. Of course, that's all working weird. Hold on 1 second. Tuniversal's on. That's who we're gonna raid to, guys. Watch this. Boom. Oh, I think this game's very popular. Do want to thank you guys for being amazing, for hanging out, just being epic altogether. I hope you have a great weekend. Peace and very best wishes to you guys all. Um, Next week we'll be back. We'll knock out a whole bunch more stuff. Really excited to almost have a book done. That's a super big deal. You guys have a great weekend.